So here I'll be going over an older deck, or at least an older format. I didn't really participate in the Premiere through Special Edition event, but I got a little bit curious on it, and there was a few cards I wanted to mix together to see if they could work. Ideally, the goal was to use a combination of Voyeur, which lets you look through their use pile, and a Dangerous Time, which lets you look through their force pile, to put two pretty good cards on the top, and then play Close Call. If like Destiny 1 characters, play Close Call to get both of them lost. But there's a few other dirty tricks here. This is kind of an annoying deck, but I thought it might be interesting to play. And there's a couple games where it did well. It totally dies in the special, I should say, that Death Star 2 format, because Honor of the Jedi completely uh, eliminates all of its abilities to do force loss. So it's no good there. But I have a recorded game here that we can see of it. So Hunt Down versus Throne Room, an old school matchup. And getting those starting interrupts out. So Gunite is kind of annoying. But and he goes first, which isn't necessarily all that bad for me. I'm pretty lucky to get, and this whole starting hand that I got is quite lucky actually, in terms of getting two sites and also getting a couple of cheap characters in there as well. And ditching random cards, trying to keep his hand size down. I go out early to the Cantina because I figured, hey, I can get a drain at 2 here, and my goal is to get Evader into hand, even though I've already lost one. I got that Close Call Evader in case he plays some Revolution. And I got rid of the Falcon, which wasn't too great. So I kind of jumped the gun on that, losing 2 force essentially to get rid of one of his. I should have waited until I got the other cards. And here's Obi-Wan. Fortunately, my guys are ability 2, otherwise you could send one of them away. This one's not going to end well for me unless I can draw 5, and there's not that many high cards in this deck. So I do have to take some attrition, but no battle damage. So Ozzel's going to go bye-bye. We each lose another card. I'm losing now. I got to move away and eat a drain here. But hopefully he can't come at me with too much. And there's a Vader. So got my Vader. I'm starting to get a couple good cards in hand. I got a spare Vader if I need him. The Voyeur, the Evader. And can really start making him lose force from his interrupts. I had a spare Evader, so I lost that. He plays Revolution. He's got to burn 3 force to do that. I have another Evader in hand, though. I can check his pile here. Move some cards over. I want to guess. So I saw the tunnel vision. I figured he would have to lose that if he moved the guy over. Hence the Revolution to get my activation back. And that's huge because I have 9 force now. I'm going to need 8 to deploy Vader. Lose a Vader's lightsaber. There's only 2 in the deck, so if I lose him, if I lose the Vader I'm about to deploy, I'm in trouble. But I got his lightsaber. So 8 force to deploy, 1 to initiate. I have just enough. Gonna outpower him. He's got ability of 6. Like I said, the destinies in this deck aren't that high. So can I hit him? That's the question. Nope. Get a 6 exactly. I think I have 1/7 of the deck, so I can choke him. That's not going to happen, though. Low battle destiny, unfortunately. But pretty good chance that I'm going to outpower him here. And I do. He's only got, so it's a difference of 3. I can forfeit my officer to satisfy the attrition. He's going to have to lose 3 cards and a couple good ones, Leia and Luke. What's he looking for? Obi-Wan's apparition. Okay, so he's trying to curtail my activation here. I got the signal, so he's got to lose a card with that Voyeur. Very useful card. My hand size is low, but I got Vader out with the lightsaber. Basically, he's going to have to draw 5 to get me away from this site, and I'm able to kill Obi-Wan, which is huge. I might as well choke him, because that way there's no way that he can make me lose Vader by drawing a 5. But I missed the choke. And here's the Battle Destiny. Fortunately, it's only a 3, so I'm safe. Even if I don't draw very high here, I can just lose a card and move on. So I actually end up winning the battle by 1 and doing 1 battle damage. Nope, never mind. It's a tie. For some reason, I thought I had 9 power. All right, I flip, and now's where it gets good for me. Brain for 3. Not sure if that was a good idea to take my 6 out of the deck, but it happened. So time to drain a little bit. And now I can start drawing my nasty interrupts and effects and whatnot. All right, so I got Close Call and Fear and Voyeur. So I got the combination I want. There's limited resources. He's going to start ditching random cards. It's been starships a lot lately, so that's not too great, but I'm knocking cards out of his hand. Defensive fire. He's got a top deck because he knows that I'm trying to get his hand size way down. So there goes a lot of my activation. Knocked away 4 of my activation. Wasn't able to find the signal in there, but here's a close call. And he's losing force. Visage of the Emperor, I'm not. And it's a bit of a bummer. He's got 4 cards in hand, so I want to play a defensive fire. All right, just putting a 6 back in my deck. I want to play a defensive fire, and fortunately that's not going to work because I want to get him down to 2 for limited resources. But so I'll draw up, see what happens. More a dangerous time. Probably could use a few more voyeurs in this deck. It's a pretty useful card, but I think it's a pretty good matchup for me. He doesn't have a lot of good cards in there to counter what I'm doing. I assume he wants to play Sense and Alter and stuff, but that's not working out. Now he's down to 2 cards in his hand. Maybe I ditched an Obi-Wan, maybe I didn't. Got to deal with an insert card. That's life. But I figure I might as well play limited resources and make him lose 2 cards. And he's going to draw up. I was going to lose more for limited resources on my turn. But I'm going to get another freight drain, another 2 turns worth of force loss. We'll see if he has a last ditch attempt here. It's a pretty good drain at 3. I got He Is Not Ready in my hand. That's just automatic force loss if you can get it out. And same thing with Death Mark, but they got to meet certain conditions to get them out. Okay, so I finally got an interrupt grabber. I've been trying to get one of those for a while. And let's see what he's got. So I'm rearranging cards here. Basically, if he wants to draw cards up, he's going to get sights, which won't do him much good. If he wants to play cards, then, oh, there he goes. Then he's going to send the good card. He won't be able to draw the good card, was the idea here. He's going to try to sense that, but I'll grab sense. So even if he cancels this, he still loses another card. And when I have the lead, I'm essentially losing 2 cards. Unfortunately, he not only sensed the interrupt, but he also was able to get that 0 out of his deck. But now he only has 2 cards in his hand. Oh, I have another voyeur. I kind of forgot about that. I have another voyeur. And he's got to lose another card. And time for limited resources. So now he's really getting thin. He's got a chance to hit me. He's already gotten rid of a 0 from his deck. 3. Needs a 4 to hit me. And he didn't get it. He got a 2. So I try to swing at him. Excuse me, I tried to choke him first. Now here's the lightsaber swing. So I need a 3 or a higher here. Didn't get it, so I guess if I would have swung first, I would have hit him, made him forfeit 0. But he can still knock me off the site with a 5, and it's only a 1. So I think this is where he quits. Of course, I could draw, I drew a 0 here, but it was a tie anyways. The next turn, I would probably knock him off. So, yeah, I mean, at that point, we were both losing cards. Even if he would have beat me, even if he would have knocked Vader off, I still think that I would have had enough little damage to take him down. But that was his last chance to knock Vader off and keep Luke alive. So, an interesting deck, probably not one I'm going to play that often, but I had fun with it a couple times, and I can kind of see why people don't play those retro formats so much anymore, because there's a lot of weird non-interactive stuff that can be done with them. So hope you enjoyed this video, at least more than you would enjoy playing against a deck like that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Tune in for more deck and pack opening videos.